Welcome to another Jams TV. We're back on the limb job. We've got one more day to finish this room. Liam's having a paddock because the scrim's coming off. But there you go. It's quite funny, that's why I'm laughing. He's a bit effing and jeffing. It's coming off. I'll give you a lift in a minute. Just jamming around. Right, let me show you what we're happening today. Right, so we've boarded. We've not boarded. I've beat it up all ready. Got everything ready. We've not taped everything because everything's in my way. We're going to launch these two walls on, and then we're going to launch these two walls on. And it's the perfect opportunity to teach Liam how to use the corner trowel properly, the twitcher. How to twitch your angle.
I can twitch already.
He's a twitcher. Right. So I'm not going to bore you because obviously you've seen me spreading. I'm not going to spread. I'm just going to. I'll show you when I'm twitching the angle. I'll get Liam to record it so you can see how I'm teaching him how to do the angle. We should have wet that angle, that ceiling angle. Bit of Unibond would have been better. Hang on, I'll do that now. I'm just going to Unibond this wet angle so the stuff doesn't dry and drag down your wall. Another great tip from. Right, here I am. Lashing some skimming on. I know I said I wasn't going to show you this because you've seen it, but I just happened to put the camera on the windowsill to see what it captured, what it looked like. It looks quite good. So if you just watch what I'm doing, I'm just lashing 3 strokes on. And then just go over it really quickly. Just flatten it a bit. Not going too crazy, not paying too much attention, but if you can look there near the plug where you can see just above the plug on the bottom corner, you can see that it's not rough, but it's not neat. Because it is only lashed on, so it's kind of like laying down straight away with the same stuff. So it's just lashed on. And then just flicked over, flattened really quickly. Almost like you would do if you was putting on and then mixing separate stuff. Sometimes you flatten it, don't you, quickly, and then mix up with fresh stuff and lay it in. But what I'm doing is I'm putting on, putting the plaster on, and then flattening it quick, and then once the wall's on, I'll go over it again with another coat, but with the same stuff. I very rarely mix up again to lay down with separate stuff. I'll only do that if the amount, say it's a massive ceiling with maybe 14, 15 boards on it, I will just mix a big mix as big as I can, maybe 2 bags, lash it on and then mix one to lay it in. But while the apprentice is mixing the second coat, the laying down coat, I'll flatten the ceiling. That's the only reason I lay down with a separate mix. See, I've lashed it on, so I'm just neatening up around the sockets. Bit awkward around that socket at the bottom. But luckily the trowel fitted between the corner and the actual socket. Liam's paused. Don't know what's happened to him. You look at Liam, someone's paused him. I think he's thinking. Right, this is a twitcher, in case you've never seen me use it. Make sure there's no snots on. What you want to do, it's the same as a trowel, you know, when the angle of the trowel, if you take off, the more angle you put on, you'll take off, the less you'll spread. So we've lashed on, we're just about to lay in. So look at the angle. The angle's a bit of a mess. I tend to not use it that much, but I'm going to teach Liam because he needs to know. I do use it now and again. I don't use it because 30 years of plastering I've got great control. So I don't need it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But basically...
No, so I'm about to tell you then, you've not put any stuff on it.
Just load it up. That's enough. Over right to the top.
go there and then go back to the top. So there's nothing you can do about that. It's like a stroke of a trowel. It is what it is. But then you lay it in, and then you do it again, and then you go over it, and then eventually that angle is formed. Basically, you're putting stuff in the angle. You're building the angle up. Right, let's lay it. So that's the laying in process. We've laid on. We're just about to give it its first trowel. Now look at the angle. Zoom in. You can see how it's a bit better. Not much, but it's a bit better. Now this time you've got to do the same. You can actually start at the top because you're not filling the angle in at less angle. Like showing the slacks in the corners. See the slacks? I'll show you, just show up. Where it's a bit hollow. So it's divoted in. Oh, get a bit more on your trowel. Get a big blom on. And just squeeze it in. I'm not pushing on a lot, I'm not giving it a load of pressure, I'm just putting a nice bit of pressure on. That's what you're doing, is just work your corner. And then you can really, you could get away with not doing it now ever again, this mix. If you work to just try and stay away from the angle, try not to put any stuff in the angle, then that can be brushed and it'll be nice. That done? I'm done, aye. Right, okay. You stop shining that light in my eyes. Right, final twitch of the day. That just wants we're going to trowel the walls and then that just wants a brush. Lovely jubbly. Bushak. Job done. So that's the first gauge done. This is one more gauge left and we're done at limb, apart from the holsters and landing, which is Monday and Tuesday's job. There's the angle all brushed, lovely. And that sort of shows you how to use a twitcher and how to do the twitched angle. So what we've got to do now is move all this tassel over here and then skim round the window and skim that wall there. Liam's just getting it ready, just getting it prepped out. I'm just going to give these one more quick flick with the flexible trowel, because it's a bit wet, there's just a bit of a line, you probably can't see it. And it would probably be good enough, but see that there, you can see it there. It would probably be okay, but it's not my standard, so I am going to give it a quick flick just before we mix.